Deep within a lush forest lived a little squirrel named Çıtçıt. Unlike other squirrels who loved to chase each other or hoard nuts, Çıtçıt adored reading. He spent hours in the forest library, nestled among the towering shelves, his nose buried in a book. He loved stories of adventure, tales of faraway lands, and poems that tickled his whiskers. The other squirrels would often tease him. Why waste time reading? They'd chirp, "Come play with us." But Çıtçıt didn't mind their taunts. He knew there was a whole world of knowledge and imagination waiting for him within the pages of his beloved books. Each story he read filled him with joy and wonder, igniting his imagination. One sunny afternoon, while reading a particularly thrilling adventure about a brave little mouse, Çıtçıt felt a shiver run down his spine. He could smell smoke. He peeked out of the library window and gasped. A fire was raging through the forest, the flames leaping from tree to tree. Panic seized the forest. Animals were running in all directions, their cries filling the air. Birds soared high above, their wings carrying them away from the inferno. Deer and rabbits bounded through the undergrowth, desperate to escape the approaching flames. Çıtçıt's heart pounded in his chest. He had to get to safety. But then a thought struck him, filling him with dread. What about the books? All those wonderful stories, all that knowledge would be lost forever. He couldn't let that happen. He had to do something. Without hesitation, Çıtçıt raced back towards the library, ignoring the shouts of the other squirrels who were fleeing in the opposite direction. "Çıtçıt, are you crazy?" they yelled. "Come back!" But Çıtçıt was determined. The library was in danger, and he was the only one who could save it. He was small, but he was brave, and he knew what he had to do. The air grew hotter as Çıtçıt approached the library. Smoke billowed around him, stinging his eyes and making it difficult to breathe. Flames licked at the wooden walls, threatening to engulf the entire building. Çıtçıt darted inside, his heart pounding like a drum. He grabbed as many books as his small paws could carry and raced back outside. He piled them a safe distance away from the burning building, then ran back inside for more. Other animals, seeing his bravery, stopped to help. A family of beavers used their strong teeth to pull down shelves, sending books tumbling to the ground where rabbits and squirrels could gather them. Birds swooped down, using their beaks to carry away smaller books. Together, they worked tirelessly, forming a chain from the library to the safety of a nearby stream. The fire raged around them, but they refused to give up. They were determined to save as many books as possible. Suddenly, a terrifying crack split the air. A giant oak tree, its branches engulfed in flames, began to topple towards Çıtçıt. He was trapped, his small body frozen in fear. He closed his eyes, bracing for the impact. But the impact never came. He opened his eyes to see a sight that filled him with awe. An old wise tree, its roots spread wide and deep, had extended one massive root, shielding Çıtçıt from the falling oak. With a final groan, the burning oak crashed to the ground, narrowly missing Çıtçıt. The old tree slowly withdrew its root, its ancient bark creaking. "You are a brave one, little squirrel," the old tree rumbled, its voice deep and strong. "Books are precious, and you risked your life to save them." Çıtçıt, shaken but unharmed, looked around at the scene. The fire was dying down, thanks to the tireless efforts of the animals and a sudden downpour of rain. Most of the books had been saved. He had done it! From that day forward, Çıtçıt was no longer known as the squirrel who liked to read. He was Çıtçıt the hero, the brave squirrel who had saved their precious books. And you know what? Inspired by his courage, the other squirrels began to understand the importance of books. They started venturing into the rebuilt library, eager to discover the wonders that lay hidden within the pages. The fire may have scorched the forest, but it had also ignited a love for reading in the hearts of all the animals. And it all started with a small squirrel named Çıtçıt, who dared to be different and brave in the face of danger.